This is a 2016 Buick Enclave. It belongs to my son's fiance, and it came here with basically only around 11 ounces of refrigerant left. It has a 40-ounce capacity, and so I did a thorough leak check. I have an infrared leak detector. I also looked for dye. It does have dye in it, and I also did a nitrogen tightness test, which it passed with flying colors, and also it held vacuum. I was able to grab the vacuum out with the job link fill piece. There's my fill piece gauges there, and it's got an N2 test that you can run on that. And so everything passed with flying colors. And so just from experience, I know that these GM high side ports are notorious for leaking. So I went ahead and changed that out. I keep those on hand because if it ain't leaking, it's going to, guaranteed. So that's the only thing I can come up with. Very slow leak over time. Now, yesterday it was like in the low 50s. Wind chill out here was like 48 degrees. So after pulling a long extensive vacuum, I went ahead and attempted to charge it with my R134A, and I was using scales, and I could only get 3.5 ounces. Like I said, it requires 40 ounces, and the pressure is equalized in the tank. At that temperature, the pressure was probably only 50 psi in the tank, and once it hit 50 psi over here, I was just deadlocked, couldn't do anything. So yeah, 3.5 ounces. The compressor was showing that it wasn't even running. It is a variable displacement compressor. It was really not doing any pumping at all because there was not enough refrigerant mass to get it to pump. But right now, we're not quite charged yet, but I'm running about perfect on the low side. The temperature band on that is just above freezing. Okay, and that's the job of that variable displacement, is to make sure the scene don't freeze. It pays attention to that low side pressure, and the condenser fan is running. This will go up to about 175, then it'll kick in. But there again, I'm not fully charged. If you look over here, I've got 11.5 ounces. But let me tell you what I did earlier. Because it's so cool out here today, I went ahead and took my Vivor recovery machine and actually pumped 16.5 ounces into this car. I already had 3.5, so that's a total of 20 ounces. And I simply just hooked my tank up to this dryer here, which goes through this oil separator and into the inlet, as you can see here. And I went ahead and purged the whole system out real good. Now this connector here, that went to my gauges, the yellow hose, and I pumped in with the motor off. The motor's got to be off. I pumped in through the high side, nothing but pure liquid, 16.5 ounces. I already had 3.5. So after doing that, I disconnected this, and now I'm just pumping it in with the car's compressor, and I punched in 20 ounces. I already have 11.75. Once that hits 20, I will be fully charged. All right, we have a full charge. I went ahead and valved off this low side where I had the refrigerant going through. Now there's still vapor in this line. Now this line goes to your high side, and it's full of liquid. So unless we pump this out, we are not going to have a full charge. So let me show you how to do that. Take and undo your valve here. That will undepress the valve core depressor. Matter of fact, we can go ahead and take it off. This is that new service port I put in. They're notorious for leaking around that little ball right there. That one looks good. All right, now here's what you do. This line is full of liquid, so we want to open this valve. Now watch these pressures. I'm having to do this with one hand. Alright, I just dumped the liquid over into this yellow hose till it's equalized. Now we'll take and open this up. See how it goes up? Now it's taking that liquid that I just dumped in. We're sucking all of that liquid into the system. So when it stabilizes back down like it's doing now, I have pulled all the liquid refrigerant out of this line. So we can go ahead and cut this off. There's nothing but vapor left in there. So we are fully charged. That's how you do it. But just want to do this quick video to show you that you can take one of these portable recovery machines and actually use it as like a refrigerant transfer pump on days like today, to where it just will not take the refrigerant. Thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm Russ Jones with Skill Savvy DIY.